Karen Bonafilio, Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. Welcome to my channel. We have a spectacular, entertaining guest today for you. Ted Harris is on. Ted, would you like to say hello to everyone before we start?
Sure. Hello, everybody. I'm glad I could be here to share time with you today.
I'm glad you're here too. So I'm going to let Ted tell you about himself, but I want to tell you a little something first. I noticed that Ted is from Oakland and from the Bay Area. And Ted, what I did not share with you is I am from the Bay Area and I was born there also. I was
Wow.
born, I was born in Albany, but I tell everybody Berkeley because they don't know where Albany is.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So Ted, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know. Well, I'm gonna just tell us a little bit about yourself. What you got going on.
Um, well, I was born and raised in Oakland, like I stated. I, went to college and did ROTC and served 4 years in the Air Force. Then I got out. Actually, I was going to be a pilot in the Air Force, but the night before I was leaving for pilot training, I got sucker punched in a parking lot in Hayward. And that actually started my spiritual journey more than anything else did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well documented that people with head injuries become very spiritual and they have a lot of extra sensory gifts that just seem to come into their purview. So I still went active duty and I had a miserable time at it because of the head injury, but I did start to go to sweat lodges and I had my first Reiki, session. A practitioner did Reiki on me and I dumped so much energy on that poor woman that she just said, I can't see you anymore. And she referred me to her teacher, the master. And I started her. Yeah. And I think I was here once a week, actually. Yeah. And, I started going to sweat lodges and I got involved in yoga, about an hour south of where I was stationed. And, I started, I would see spirits once in a while, but not really that much. But about my third year on active duty, I got Reiki attuned level 1 and 2 from a practitioner out there. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is cool stuff. And then I got out of the Air Force and I moved back to the Bay Area for a couple of years. Had a near-death experience with a motorcycle accident where I was going. Yeah.
I didn't know all this.
Oh, yeah. I've had a life.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's been no joke. But anyway, I let's see. What can I say?
Well, I know that you're a psychic and that you practice Reiki and you do healing.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm missing with that? I mean, I didn't know about your NDE. I didn't know you got sucker punch. I didn't know how your ability started. That is crazy. And here you're in the Air Force and doing something entirely different and in your off hours too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My job in the Air Force was very demanding. I was an aircraft maintenance officer and I had when I got my own flight, I had 100 guys working for me, all doing very different things from each other, and I had to keep track of all of it. And so basically I became a walking encyclopedia of what was going on the flight line. Yeah. So, and Biden came by and shook all our hands one time, and we flew Clinton when he flew to Africa, and then later he flew to China. So it was our planes that hauled all the equipment there. You can't just be him. It's his limo. It's the Humvees. It's all the Secret Service. It's helicopters, to do frequency suppression so nobody can drive a remote, a drone bomb into the president. So anyway, it's all that stuff packed in the plane. I remember one night we were at Andrews Air Force Base, and I got off the bus. It was in the middle of the night, and I got onto the Secret Service bus, and I said, hey, you know, I'm just here to make sure nobody's got some concealed weapons they're carrying on board. And I got one laugh from the back of the bus after that joke.
I mean, they all had concealed weapons.
Yes.
Oh my God. And only one laugh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy. I love hearing about your background. That's really cool. That is so cool. And you got certified through Dolores Cannon?
Yes. Yeah. Years later. Yeah.
She's above my pay grade. I can't understand all the stuff she talks about.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I've healed my head injury now, but I did a lot to heal it. But in the interim of all of that, I went to the Berkeley Psychic Institute because I wanted to be a massage therapist, because my massage therapist is actually the person that got me through active duty. She was a Reiki and a Qigong, and she was a fabulous massage therapist. And was a real good friend. Anyway, I told my mentor, actually it was a therapist that I'd met my last year at college, because my last year at college I was doing too much. I was like on the swim team, I was president of the on-campus resident association, I was working part-time, and I was corps commander of the ROTC, detachment at UC Berkeley. So yeah, I was doing too much. So anyway, yeah.
This is not the person that I have met. You are more free-spirited and just kind of out there. This really surprises me, but it's cool. It's really cool.
Well, I went to Berkeley Psychic Institute. I was living in Hawaii before that, and I was doing my last part of my IT career out there. I was at Pearl Harbor at the Network Operations Center in traffic and in charge of monitoring a network that was hosting wargaming software. But anyway, so I came back to the Bay Area to do hyperbaric oxygen therapy for my brain injury and brainwave entrainment.
Oh
yeah. And that helped a lot. I did 3 major things to heal my brain injury, and that was the first one I did. So then, I enrolled in, and I moved back to the Bay Area, and I enrolled in the Berkeley Psychic Institute after I trained myself to become a personal trainer and started doing that. And then I joined BPI, and that was a very interesting experience, learning all the psychic things that you can learn. I don't quite know how to speak about that one.
Okay, so right now, what you're doing in your life right now, you're having readings for people for psychic, and are you psychic medium too, or psychic?
So I definitely hear messages from spirit a lot, but it's being a medium is not something I trained myself to be proficient in, but I get relatives show up frequently in readings. And so if there are simple messages, I'll pass those on to the person that I'm reading and healing. Otherwise, I'll send them, to some of the friends in our circle who are, professional grade mediums, so they can just blah, 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 give the messages that are coming through in detail.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine that down the road, that ability is going to come into you a lot stronger too, because since they're already showing up in the background. So that's kind of cool.
Right. Yeah.
So tell us. Okay, let's continue about the psychic. Because I knew I was going to see you, and then everything happened. Everything got in the way. So at some point in time, we'll do that. Do you do that over Zoom, or have people into your office?
Yeah, both. If they're local and they want some body work too, I'm also a massage therapist. Um, and I also do hands-on healing. The second thing I did to heal my brain injury was I worked with a Tai Chi master in the Bay Area, and he channeled so much healing energy out of his hands that it regrew my brain while I was sitting there, and it was the trippiest experience ever.
Are you kidding?
And he could like heal bones that were broken and cancer. And I mean, so I mentored under him for about a year and a half too. And I got pretty good at it. I had a client in Phoenix who she had 4 fibrotic growths in her uterus. And she was from Africa, so she was very open to energy work. She's more open to that than Western medicine. So I met her in a Tai Chi studio, body brain studio, and I was in a Tai Chi class, and then I just mentioned what I did, and her eyes popped open, and we did a session like right at the end of class, right there, like for half an hour. And
oh, really?
Yeah, I moved a lot of family energy out of her that was kind of bogging her down, and then I also channeled some energy out of my hands, some of that chi energy out of my hands, and did some healing work on her. And she's like, holy crap, this is amazing. And she shared with me about her fibrotic growths. And I worked on those. I got the hit to do 4 half-hour sessions with her. So I did that, and all the pain went away. And I asked her to get herself re-imaged, but she didn't. And they did come back, but it took like 6 years for the
before
pain.
they came back.
Yeah. So
wow, you're really gifted in that with the energy healing.
Yeah.
I mean, extremely gifted.
Yeah. I would say so. It's not like, it's not my personality at all to do work like that, but I can't run away from it. It's huge, and it's there. And anyway, do you want me to talk?
Well, and all the things that I want you to share whatever you would like to share.
Well,
so if you have more to share about that, then go for it.
No, I'll take a break and let you.
It's all about you.
About me.
Say that again.
It's
all about you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask about the energy healing, because it sounds like you're very, very powerful with that. And I know what the hypobaric chamber is, because I had a friend who actually bought one. She had bone cancer and was doing all sorts of different modalities. She's no longer here.
Okay.
You said there were 3 things that you did for your healing, I believe. What was the 3rd thing that you did?
Yeah, the last thing, which is what took me to Arizona, I got approved to do a pilot study between the VA and the Air Force for hyperbaric at Travis Air Force Base near Sacramento. Right at that time, I was in another clairvoyant program in San Francisco, and I was living in Alameda, and my landlord needed the room I was in for some family members, and so he said, well, you gotta go. He gave me a couple months or whatever, and it was all kind of culminating at this time that I needed to find somewhere else to live, and Spirit was telling me not to find somewhere else to live. So I'm in the Bay Area. I'm losing my house. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, so I get and I go on I have a vacation planned too. So I drive up to the high Sierras, where my grandfather built a cabin back in the 50s, and get up there, and I have my week vacation at this cabin near a lake. And then I'm hightailing it back down the mountains to the Bay Area. And I get a call from Travis Air Force Base saying, hey, congratulations, you got accepted to the study and we got housing for you while you're here. I'm like,
oh, nice. Nice. It's great how spirit works, huh?
Yes, it is.
Puts everything into place. So even after you left the Air Force, you didn't really leave the Air Force. You were still working with them too.
Well, I had benefits from the VA. I had, this is something else that's probably noteworthy, is I had some disabilities for mental health, which was actually because of the head injury that all parent on active duty. You know, my performance wasn't that of somebody who graduated top of their class from ROTC. So they took note of things. I went to the VA and I got like general anxiety and some other diagnosis. I can't really remember all of them now. All of which have abated, cured over the years because of all the various things that I've done to, one, cure my head injury, and two, cure trauma in my space. And there was a lot of overlap in that journey for me. But going to BPI and seeing that healer in Castro Valley afterwards, and then continuing on with energy healings, and honestly doing some inner child work, some IFS style emotional release work, helped to cure like a lot of the stuff. So, but while I was at BPI, a lot of my mental health diagnoses left, as did some of my classmates. So it just, again, speaks to the power of energy medicine and how clearing out your space of stuff that is bogging you down will really alleviate a lot of these things that Western medicine diagnose as, a mental health disorder, which you can do very little about except take prescription medication.
Yep. And that diagnosis is going to follow you until, you're into days, but it didn't with you.
Right.
That's pretty incredible. Yeah. And you didn't have to go on to medications for that either.
Correct.
Wow. You kind of like just happenstance learned all this and healed yourself all at the same time. Yeah. And this all stems from being sucker punched. Yeah. That was the beginning of it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh, Ted. I have not heard a story like this ever. So this is kind of cool, And I got to tell you, hearing all the stuff that Berkeley has going on in San Francisco makes me proud to know that they got all this stuff going on down there.
Yeah.
And then meeting that Tai Chi master, that so much power in his hands.
Yeah.
And then I think are you able to duplicate that also?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to get word about what I do here in Colorado. Colorado is where I'm at is a huge haven for metaphysical stuff. So I'm slowly,
I know.
Slowly getting word out and going to the fairs that are around and getting clients. And I started teaching a class a couple weeks ago, and I went to a talk from a guy that was in the secret space program at the week after the psychic fair, actually. And anyway, he came over for a past life regression, which I did with him. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You just got a lot of things going on there, Ted, because I'm thinking how powerful your healing ability is too. And then you can do that remotely, or you can do that with somebody right there with you.
Yeah.
And then you do the past life
regression. I can do remotely. So yeah. Most of the stuff that I do, I can do remotely, like almost all. Yeah. While I was getting certified to do the past life regressions, my guides told me to do that. They also told me to do tapping, but I never got around to it. just really just to get people in the door. But past life regressions offer a different kind of validation for the client than a psychic reading does, because they're in the driver's seat. They're the ones having and seeing the experience. I also know that you don't get as much done during a past life regression as I can do straight up doing a psychic reading and healing on somebody. So it just depends on what the person wants, and also how, based on our interaction, how I see their path towards personal healing and development going.
So kind of do that when you meet them. And so let's say I say, hey, I want to come get a psychic reading. And then you say, well, yeah, that's good, but you might want to also consider this too or something. And then you're going to use your ability to to discertain.
Yeah, that's right. It usually happens the other way around. But because past life regressions are very in vogue right now. Everybody wants one. So yeah, I do those, but I also weave in a lot of the knowledge that I've gained about the afterlife from the Berkeley and the other schools and friends that I've studied, done stuff with over the years, into it. So for instance, well, let me think. With this guy that came in from the secret space program, I just approached him at the end of his talk and I said, hey, do you want to come over for a free session? I'm new here in town and I'd love to do that for you. And he took me up on it, and it was very interesting. He's very open. He lets me share everything and anything about his experience, because he feels his job is to help educate humanity and help bridge the gap between what's beyond the veil and what isn't. Since a lot of us seem to recognize that the veil is really thinning right now.
It is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Well, I would like to know about his experience, but I have a question for you. So when you say the secret, what do you call it? The secret what?
Secret space program?
Secret space program. Will you clarify that? Because what I see that is people remotely viewing, but I don't know if that's what that program is. So what's a secret space program? Or is it a secret?
It's a secret. No.
You don't get to know everybody.
What they do is you have to agree to this before you come down in body. So you have to sign up for this. So you know how we all have lessons we're learning in this life right now, and we have certain things we're trying to accomplish. Certain energies we're trying to blow, de-energize and grow through. I don't know how many ways to say that. Certain growths we need to have. So
yes.
Anyway, so the secret. So when you're up there in spirit and you're like, okay, well, I want that life with those people for these reasons. Right. So while you're up there, if you're approached by the Galactic Federation to join the secret space program, they will ask you while you're up there at that time if you want to do it. And if you say yes, I'll tell you the experience you're going to have. So I'm thinking about so many things that I've heard, but you come down in the body. You get they scrunch your timeline, so they pluck you out of your timeline, and you have a 20-year contract with the secret space program to serve. It's a military mission, and then when you're done, they put you back, boom, into that point, and they block your memory.
They block your memory?
Yes, they block your memory. and they put you
So
back.
during that, okay. So during that 20-year span, do you not age during that time?
Your body
Or do
here,
you age?
your body here in this timeline does not age.
It does not age. Okay.
No, but your soul has all those experiences in it, locked away.
But you don't remember.
Correct. They use a very high-tech device to block your memories from having that. And I've personally, yeah.
What's the purpose in serving it? What do you call the intergalactic what?
The
Federation?
Yeah.
Galactic Federation.
Galactic
so
Federation.
When you say that to me, those are other life forms, galactic beings. Is that correct?
Well, some are human, and there are tons of other ones too.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm on the same page as you are.
Right.
Okay. Wow. So that's what that fella did.
Yeah. And I met somebody else that did that too in Sedona years ago. And
wow.
Did a healing on him because I could see the remnants of his service in his space, and so I pulled some of it out. Yeah. Yeah.
I had no clue about any of this.
Okay.
This keeps swirling in my mind that you are just doing your best to be a service while you're here and to help heal people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so admirable. It really is.
Thanks.
And you're just kind of a wanderlust, and you trust wherever you are led. That's what I've noticed about you. Because I don't know how many months ago we connected, and you were just kind of going all these different places until you found a place to land. And that was Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's been some obstacles to get over, and I'm still getting over some, but I see the potential here, and I'm very enthusiastic about that. But what I was
Where are you in Colorado? Are you Colorado Springs, did you say?
Well, I was yesterday for a hike, but I live I live in Longmont, which is 20 minutes from Boulder. Boulder is kind of like a metaphysical hub, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
I saw you on that hike yesterday, and I thought that does not look fun. No offense, that did not look fun. That looked like a hike.
Yeah,
it looked hot. It looked hot. It looked high elevation.
Yeah, I thrive off of challenges.
Mm-hmm. You
which is
push yourself to the limit.
Yeah, you could say that. And my body has the scars to prove it. But it's part of the family programming that I grew up with, is just to absolutely push yourself to the limit. So for better or for worse. So anyway,
that's okay. And I told Ted this. I love his spirit. I love his energy. And I said, if we live closer, you'd be a friend. We'd be go and have a beer or something. He's just got that embracing personality. Oh God, no, you don't want to hear me sing. But I probably would if I had a little if I was a little inebriated, I could probably sing. Yeah. Ted, is there anything else that you want to share that we didn't cover that we didn't get to? Gosh, my mind is
right. Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, it is. You went poof to my mind.
Yeah. Well,
we're talking about galactic federations and secret space and Tai Chi. Oh my gosh, Ted, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really open too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ted, you're fascinating. You really are. I'm going to talk to you after the show about something. Oh my gosh, Ted, really, seriously, it has been an honor having you on the show. Very eye-opening, my friend. Very eye-opening. Yeah. Seriously. My husband speaks every show that I do. And
Mhm.
then so he gave me a message, and I thought, okay, and I just deliver. I just deliver. So I'm going to tell you, but it really fits into everything that you've been talking about today. Well, first of all, he's always like trying to pump me up and make me feel good.
Mhm.
So this is him talking, not me. So he said, "See my wife. I'm so proud of her." He's always so proud of me.
Yeah.
He said, "Take a chance, take a leap of faith." So is this totally perfect for your interview today? I
Yeah.
think so. I think so. Because you have offered the audience so much food for thought. You really have. I am really open, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my mind is going ding, 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 ding all over. Seriously.
Yeah.
So get a hold of Ted and see what he can do for you, my friends. My goodness gracious. Ted, I thank you so much for coming on. It
Sure.
has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been a long time in the making, but I'm glad you came on.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you. I really enjoyed
Okay.
it.
Thank you, Ted. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Bye.